There are 0 pornographic-looking men hanging out in Yellowstone. It's a lie. None of those TikToks are real.
Lots of them.
It's not real.
You get on Park Talk, and you're welcome. Like
Park Talk.
You just lost 30 minutes a day for the next.
Buckle up, literature fans. We're in for some boozy bookgasms today. Join 3 cousins creating a titillating headspace where steamy romance novels collide with strong cocktails. So, sit back, sip slow, and enjoy the ride.
Hey, literature fans. Welcome back to Boozy Bookgasms. I'm Kim.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Lynn.
Today, we're reviewing Love on Ice by J.A. Lowe. But before we do that, let's get a little pucked up.
Hey.
Our signature cocktail for today is the hat trick. If you don't know what a hat trick is, we're going to take our resident hockey expert, Jen. Help us out here.
So a hat trick is when a hockey player scores 3 goals in one game, and oftentimes the fans will throw their hats on the ice to celebrate.
Nice. Well, we're not throwing our hats, and our characters definitely scored way more than 3 times in this book. I think this is a winner. We've got some vodka, some cranberry juice, a little bit of lime juice, some orange liqueur, and a splash of club soda. And just to be super fancy, I have rimmed the glass with red sugar. So it is quite tasty. A few of my favorite ingredients here.
Sexy.
Okay, so let's jump right in. We open this book with Felix Pierre. I think he's around 27. Would you guys agree?
Yes, I think
Late
so, 'cause they're
20s.
7 years apart and she's 34.
30s. Yeah.
Okay, so he's about 27. He's a super talented Canadian hockey player. Just finished his last game in California. He's leaving the team. He wants to head back to New York where it's cold. He misses the cold weather. He's got some family there, and he's about to join the New York Mavericks. So Felix goes out and he's looking for his girlfriend, Cynthia, right after his final game, prior to giving his final farewell speech to all of his teammates. And he walks around the corner and he overhears a conversation with his best friend, Steven, and Cynthia talking about how much in love they are. They've dated for years. Total scumbag.
They were high school sweethearts that found each other again when she started dating his friend on the hockey team. And then love at first sight.
That's called a second chance romance.
Yeah.
She starts cheating on our boy Felix. Not cool.
Like for years, though.
Basically the whole time he's been on this team.
Gross. Bad Cynthia. So.
Bad Steven.
Well, bad Cynthia and Steven.
Agreed. But that's his teammate, man. They're like best buddies, play together, spend so much time together, and he's like out canoodling with the girl.
Cynthia's pretty gross, and we find out how gross she is later in the book. Felix is pissed. He goes out, gives his last farewell speech to the team, and basically outs Steven and Cynthia to the entire team, which I was like,
it was perfect.
You.
Epic.
Mic drop.
This is like literally page 4.
Yeah,
we get right into the drama.
Tons of drama. He moves to New York and basically tailspins. He's depressed. He's sad.
He's
up to all the wrong things for all the right reasons.
Well, all the right
wrong
things.
reasons. Wrong thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
You can spin it either way.
He's getting like blowjobs in club bathrooms and like sleeping with anybody who walks by.
I mean, let the guy have some fun.
Well, if it's not on film or the newspaper.
Right, because he is a professional hockey player. So this isn't looking so good for the new team who he barely has a relationship with.
They are a little worried. He's like a Dennis
He's
Rodman.
like living with his publicist.
Well, she's babysitting him, giving him a place to
during
stay.
off season. He's in like this tailspin, and his agent, publicist, manager, whatever you want to call her, Izzy, who is a vital character in this book as well, because let's be honest, she's the one who lit the match. She gives him a vacation, a week-long vacation to an island called Paradise Island. And we will get into Paradise Island in just a moment.
I have so many comments about
so many things happening.
But she doesn't really tell him what he's getting himself into.
No.
She's like, you need a vacation with no paparazzi. Go to this island. Have a good time.
You'll love it. Now we're going to go to our main female character, Crosstown, New York. She is Harper Rose. She's 34. super successful PR mogul, a billionaire heiress. I mean, she's got money coming out her
It's a
ears.
hottie.
She's gorgeous, and she is very used to being in the public eye. She's dating another scumbag, Josh, who I believe is in the finance world.
Yeah, he's a finance bro.
And one night, he basically tells her he can't come home. He's working late, wah, wah, wah. And she does what all good girlfriends do and decides she's going to go surprise him at the office. Note to all women out there, don't do this.
Or do.
Or do. She was like, come home, I'm horny. And he's like, you always are. I'll take care of you later. Totally blows her off. He's not nice to her.
He's a jerk. So she packs his dinner. She gets ready. She goes up to the office. And sure enough, he is working.
No.
He is working his assistant over the desk.
Intern.
Oh, I thought she was the assistant.
She was an intern.
It was even worse.
But she'd been there for like a year or more. This had been an ongoing affair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gross. Okay. So, and then we look at Harper. She's this hottie. She's super successful, but she has kind of a history of
Dating awful men.
Ex-boyfriends who always cheat on her.
She's a bad man picker.
Yeah. And they always like blame it on her. You're too successful.
You're too
You want
rich.
too much sex.
Too
You
rich.
emasculate me.
It's never her fault. So they're all scumbags. So anyway, she goes out with her friends and they all decide the best way to get over a guy is obviously to get under a new one.
This works every time.
So she says, I'm going to go out to Paradise Island. So let's talk about the island. Paradise Island. Beautiful island.
Love the scenery.
Full of basically sex workers and
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's a little iffy. Are they paid to have sex with people or are they paid to work and as an extra benefit,
They can partake.
health insurance, they partake in sexual play.
I'm going to go with the former.
But they also bring you breakfast and clean the
Well,
room.
that's the job part. That's not the fun part.
That's the butler part.
Yeah.
The whole island's an orgy, but there's also the interesting perk that your butler or
Your bungalow host.
your bungalow host will also
Have sex with you.
service you.
Or set up other sex for you.
you have a menu.
It's on call.
You can order whatever sex you want. You want a threesome? Sure, why not? I mean, it is everything. I have no idea what this costs. This price tag, I'm
So much.
guessing
Hi.
$50,000
Much.
experience.
That is more.
I don't know.
To keep it a
Or-
It's very
secret.
private.
Do these places exist?
Yes,
Like, this
they
is
do.
bananas.
Club members, oh,
No.
yes, they
Are
do.
you
It's no different than a
serious?
sex club. It's the same thing. Private entrance. You have to be a member. You have to be invited in.
Background checked, like the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Health check, bathroom,
STD
everything.
check.
What intrigued me the most about this island, and I really want to talk about, is the bracelet system.
I thought
Yeah.
this was great.
So,
So hilarious.
I mean, it's genius. However, if you can't keep up with the color coding, you have no idea what
There's
you're
a
getting
lot.
I
into.
guess it's a part of the
I mean-
like you gotta study this shit on the boat ride on the way over.
Oh, you got to study.
There's a lot of colors.
So each color represents a kink,
What you're open
a
to.
fetish, a style, what you're open to, what you're interested in. Threesome, a guy on girl, if you just like to watch. I mean, there are so many colors. I'm just envisioning like the 1980s where you had those little rubber bands
Mhm,
going
totally.
across your arm up to your elbow. And what if you're into everything? Can you get like just a rainbow?
There were people who
I
had
just-
all the
Like,
Like, there's
bracelets.
a lot. They have to take a boat to get to this island. And Felix sees this knock dead, gorgeous woman, starts flirting a little bit. It's Harper, obviously. And they realize they actually know each other. Harper's best friend is Izzy, the agent, manager, etc. Small world. And Felix's brother used to, which we find out later, date Izzy, and he went to school with Harper.
Yeah, so they don't know each other, but their worlds have been like orbiting each other.
But this is our first romantic side plot of other people that we get.
Of like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
a lot
friends.
of friends.
It's a little Sex in the City with the
Mhm.
whole New York vibe and stuff.
Yeah, I see that.
There's a little Sex in the City, and then Sex on the Island, and then Sex.
Well, the
back at
first half
city.
is the sex on the island, and that was my favorite part.
It was pretty
Mine
good.
too. It was so hot.
So they get on this boat, they start talking a lot, and Harper kind of gets the vibe that Felix has no fucking idea what he is in for.
No idea.
And she's like, Izzy didn't tell you anything? Oh my God, we're going to have to be friends. I'm going to help you. So she has taken it upon herself to be his
His
guide
mentor.
in this lovely week of
Debauchery.
I think we should say there's a 7-year age difference. And she realizes that right away because she knows the older brother and went to school with him.
And hates him.
She feels a little like a mentor in this moment.
She gets that he's hot, but I don't think she's like, oh, we're going to definitely screw. She's like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to tell you what you have available to you.
And she's like, Izzy would kill me. I would never, but I'm going to admire the view. What I'm looking at. Like,
he's beautiful and he's lovely to look at. So they decide to have dinner together. She gets off the boat, goes back to her bungalow with her host, who also sounds very hot.
Agreed.
And orders lots of sex.
From the host?
From the host.
He services her like immediately.
Anything you want. He goes back to his. Hers was named Dom and his was named Sunny.
They arranged to be neighbors too.
Yeah.
Oh, right. When she asked.
She made sure that they could be neighbors just in case he needed anything, which
he did.
He did. Lots of things. They meet up for dinner. He's still very much attracted to her.
But overwhelmed by the whole situation, I think.
He is overwhelmed, but he's not against it.
No.
He's in. He's excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
People are walking around naked.
She's been going to these sex clubs for years, partially owns the island with her brother, and he's like, this place exists. And so while he is totally a kid in a candy store, he's also kind of overwhelmed. He doesn't even know what all the things are. He's a baby.
It's a weird thing to just pick up a menu on an iPad and go, I would like all of these kinks, please. Also, if you could follow it up by bacon and eggs, that would also be wonderful.
Yeah, when you're done, could you clean up here and bring me some breakfast?
To the pool.
That is weird.
It's weird. It's weird. It's a little overwhelming. So they go to dinner and all he can think about is her. And he says, let's go to the beach after. Let's hang out. She says no. She declines. She goes back to her room. He goes to the beach, is thinking about her and decides he is going to adapt to the island and starts having a good time with himself.
With her in mind.
With her in mind, of course. And then she appears out of nowhere like a goddess right in front of him. They have a whole conversation about how he was thinking about her. And she's like, oh, okay, well, we can't do this. And he says, what happens on the island stays on the island. She drops to her knees, helps him out a little bit.
That was nice.
Then she gets up,
goes to bed,
and walks away and goes, oh, see you tomorrow at breakfast.
She's very sexually liberated.
She really is.
Yeah, she knows how to do this.
She's like, I am just here to have sex. I am not here to fall in love. Certainly not with you, Felix. Same here. I'm here to just show you a good time. And she does, but with him and others. And
they have a whole conversation about, so we can hang out on the island. We can have lots of fun together. You can't get jealous. I'm not going to get jealous. This is basically fantasy island.
Yeah, it is exactly like that.
But we can't tell Izzy anything because at one point she calls Izzy and Izzy says, don't mess with him. He's my client. He's also like a kid brother to me. And she's like, oh, I would never. Meanwhile, she's giving him head on the beach and doing several other things.
But it's meant to end.
They've agreed. Once the boat arrives, the fantasy's over. They continue to be friends. And they spend a lot of time together, fulfilling all the fantasies.
And becoming really good friends and starting to fall for each other. Or he's definitely falling for her.
Oh, yeah. He falls first.
I think she was starting to fall pretty early in the game, too.
I think she was starting to, but I think she always in the back of her head said, he's 7 years younger than me. I'm too old. Izzy's friend. So there were all these blockers.
That was a sticking point for her.
Yeah.
They even joke about her not being a cougar because she's not old enough, but she's a puma.
Puma.
I laughed out loud. I was like, is that a thing? I did look it up. Yes, it is.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Basically, they have an amazing week doing anything and everything. They have threesomes.
The lake threesome with the other girl.
And they had the one with the Dom.
Yeah, the waterfalls.
Oh,
yeah. The host where he jumps in. He originally just starts watching and then he's like, oh, I'm in too. Okay.
She set up the fantasy with his host with a bunch of women.
Lots of fun. But now it's time to go. It's time to leave the island. We're just going to be friends. It'll be fine.
She says that. He's a little sad about it.
Maybe we could just be friends with benefits.
Slippery slope.
Nope. Yeah. She's trying to cut him off.
I don't want to forget this part. While they're on the island, Felix gets this text from his ex, Cynthia.
Oh, yeah.
He wants his house, his beautiful home that he purchased in California. She wants it. And if she doesn't get it, she's going to trash talk him across all tabloids
To the media.
and just ruin his career. So Harper jumps in, kind of like Jen, you said she's like
Avenging
a mentor.
angel.
She's a PR agent.
Well, you're my friend now, so I'm going to protect you.
I'm going to call my PI guy. We're going to do A, B,
She had a
C, D.
plan.
Like she
Yeah.
got on it.
Mhm.
She made the phone calls and she made sure to protect his assets, which
Worked.
I
Pretty
thought
amazing.
was pretty
Yeah.
hot. She is a
Boss
boss.
babe.
She's large and in
Mhm.
charge.
Even though she's like a billionaire heiress, she doesn't have to work.
She wants to.
She
and
doesn't.
She's good.
She's incredibly successful.
And it sounds like that's all she does is work. He micromanages quite
Total
a bit because we
workaholic.
find that out too, that
Mhm.
in this relationship that keeps building with Felix, she starts to pull back a little bit and enjoy her life more.
And her friends are really proud of her.
So she handles it. Her PI starts digging. And lo and behold, Cynthia is not only sleeping with Steven, she's sleeping with several members of the hockey team, as well as swinging with some married couples and some other peoples.
Who were on the hockey team. So Steven was cheating on his best friend,
Right.
but the girlfriend is going to another hockey player's house who's married, and they're
Yep.
doing swinger parties once a
Girls'
month every
night.
Thursday for girls' night.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven doesn't know.
He's
So not only is
clueless.
she cheating on Felix, she's cheating on Steven.
She's a hoe.
Oh.
All of these friends, these teammates are all like cheating on each other. I'm glad he got out of there. I mean,
Same.
With friends
Yeah.
like those, you know.
Felix jumps on Harper's private jet to get back to New York.
Mhm.
They get back to her apartment. She gets out and they walk up the steps, and lo and behold, scumbag Josh shows up.
This is the ex-boyfriend that was doing the intern.
Josh shows up. He is telling her he's glad she had her little fling. It's over now. They should be together because they're this society couple.
Power couple.
And his parents are huge donors to her parents' nonprofit organization. It's just gross. It ends with Josh flat on his ass on the sidewalk.
Felix came to her protection.
Of
So
course
now
he
they're
did.
protecting each other.
And Josh gets up and basically says, "You're going to regret this." She gets a little shaken.
Also, Felix is his favorite hockey player.
It's Felix is his favorite hockey player. Yeah.
I forgot
Did
about
you
that
get with
part.
him?
Oh, you had to pick my favorite
Get
hockey
back
player.
at
I
me.
thought that was so
Brr.
funny.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You have a favorite hockey player?"
She is shaken up. Felix kisses her on the forehead, says goodnight to her. The next day, all hell breaks loose with social media. There are pictures of them getting off the plane together. There are pictures of him kissing her on the forehead. There's all this stuff going around that they are now together.
Chatter.
It's everything from, yay, this couple's great, to she's a whore, it's too soon, to I can't believe he's doing this. So between Felix and all of her friends, they decide that they should stick with this fake relationship for Harper's protection.
Right, against Josh, who's threatened
Mhm.
to release photos, come back to get her, and they're not going to ever break up. She's kind of scared. She takes it to an extreme. I don't need anybody's help. I can protect myself. She really is kind of obstinate about accepting anyone's help for a good few chapters. He kind of has to force it.
Fake dating trope. I love it.
I do
Bring
too.
it. It's
It
one of my
never ends with them
favorites.
going, okay, so we're friends now. High five. They always end up together.
They should.
Always.
She fought it longer than she should
Totally.
have, though. And I was
She
like,
did,
yeah,
but
let's do
again, she's a 34-year-old, successful, rich woman. Like you said, she's a boss babe. And she also feels like she's way
Mhm.
too old for him.
I disagree.
Oh, she was only 34.
And he's in his late 20s.
Our age. That doesn't sound so bad.
There's even a part in here which I honestly thought they were going to wrap up at some point. She's talking about freezing her eggs
Oh, yeah.
and getting pregnant, and with her mom going, oh, you're not so young anymore. So a lot of that played into it too.
Yeah, I didn't think about
No.
that being a plot hole. They didn't wrap that up. But her age is very much
Huge.
on her mind. And the fact that she can't find a guy that she likes enough to marry. So what's she going to do with her life?
Finally, she gives in and Felix moves in. They are now girlfriend, boyfriend in public only right now.
For now.
They have a lot of events to go to. We're still in off season. At some point, this scale tips a little bit, right? Because you can only be in that close
She's
proximity
super
for
attracted
so
to him.
long. Well, and he's vice versa.
Yeah.
So
Obviously, with her, he's really falling for her. She's
Yeah.
still very much resisting.
I felt like this could have been 2 chapters
Easily.
shorter.
Mm-hmm.
easily.
The angst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. You've already slept
Multiple
together. You each think each other's hot.
Go with it for
let's
the
just
summer.
Extend Fantasy
Yeah.
Island through the off season. And
So they do, like you said, they decide, yes, we can be friends with benefits. We will pretend to be girlfriend, boyfriend through the summer. We will have lots of fun, do all the things. We will go to all the
All the
events.
weddings.
2 weddings and a gala.
Yeah.
So they did all the things. They ended up in Paris. I mean, oh, to be so bougie.
I know, private
of
jetting
course.
everywhere. This was fun to read about.
What I loved about this as they're flying around and doing all these things is Felix is, again, like a kid.
Yeah.
Which
cute.
reiterates her issues with him being so young, is he's looking at Paris going, ooh.
But she's also way wealthier.
I mean, he's got money. He can fly around.
Yeah.
He's got money.
Multi-million, $20 million
Yeah.
a year. I mean, it ain't chump change.
But Paris, he doesn't travel a ton.
He'd never been. to
Private
this place.
jet was like huge eyes, not used to that. Everything she was introducing to him, the wealthy part of her life, he was so cute about it, but was not accustomed to that lifestyle.
But I don't even know that it was the wealthy part as much as it was the experience. He
Maybe.
was young.
Yeah.
If he had been a little bit older, making the 20 million a year or whatever, I think he would eventually get there at 34.
And if you think about he's a professional hockey player, probably spends a lot of time playing hockey,
Right.
not to
Traveling.
get to that
Dude,
level.
yeah, he's working out. So they continue. All of her friends love him. Her parents love him. He gets up
Mhm.
every morning and runs with her brother.
Through Central Park.
Yeah, through Central Park.
That was so cute.
It is cute.
The brother had a man crush
Totally.
on
Oh,
him.
he so
much.
did.
It
He was
so cute.
drooling.
And her and her brother were really close,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
I loved. They did the business together. They were
And
very...
he was very protective of her. The parents were insta-love before they
Yeah.
ever met him.
The dad is actually on the board of the Mavericks team.
Mhm.
So
Of
they
the hockey
knew him and they kind of knew his shenanigans that were going on. So it was nice for them to kind of embrace him and the whole family and the friends, and everybody likes him now. They go to the Axel and Olivia wedding and they're having a great time and there's just love in the air. It's Paris, right? She's got her own apartment with the perfect view of the Eiffel Tower. No matter where
She
you
owns
look
her
out the
own.
window. She
Yeah.
buys him a fancy smancy watch for like, what was
Watch.
it, 50 grand?
$50,000.
Oh, it was amazing. And he's like, oh, this is really high. She's like, no, but I love giving gifts. If I could only have a gift giver like
Just
that.
take it.
So the final trip that they're going to take is his brother's wedding.
This wedding.
Yeah, the huge one in Italy, of course. His brother's name, which I also did not like, was Pierre Saint Pierre.
Yeah, that's
Weird.
That's interesting.
Really didn't like that.
And he was kind of douchey.
He was douchey, but he is also a famous hockey player.
7 years older.
And he is the main character in the next
Oh,
book.
is he in
by the
book
way.
2?
Mhm.
Him and Izzy.
Okay. So we know that Harper hates Pierre.
Well, and she thinks Pierre hates her.
Well, he does.
He did Izzy dirty. They talked about that
They
early.
go into why they hate each other. The brother figures it out, but she even says to Felix, I really don't want to go to your brother's wedding. We don't like each other and I don't want to impede his wedding. And Felix is like, I want you there. And I've talked to him and he's fine.
She helped catch Pierre cheating on Izzy and got them to
Back
break
when they
up.
were younger in college. Yeah.
There's a lot of heartbreak there. Neither one of them seems to be over it. But now we're at Pierre's wedding to Kitty. Oh, Kitty, Bridezilla, who is
This
a
girl.
influencer. I just kept picturing kind of a clueless look to her.
Dingy.
Very TikTok.
They're all over Instagram and all the
Yes.
places with their image. And that's been driving Izzy crazy because she's got to see him living this very public romance.
She blocked him on everything. And so now he's even more upset. He flew in for Izzy's dad's funeral.
Yeah, which was very hard.
And that made it even harder for him. And he started questioning this new relationship with Kitty.
Why am I with this vapid woman?
Yeah.
At some point, Pierre and Harper are kind of going at it a little bit. And she's like, look, I forgive you. Get over it. Let's move on. And they hear something in the woods.
Well, this is kind of weird how Pierre takes her outside and into the garden, and they're not even friends, but he purposefully pulls her.
I also thought that was a bit strange that I'm going to take my brother's girlfriend that I don't like, that is my ex's best friend, out to the woods somewhere to chat.
Before they catch Kitty, he was saying to her, I am not so sure about
Yeah.
this wedding. I don't know what I've done. How's Izzy?
Right.
I want to talk about Izzy. So I think he pulled her away from the crowd because he wanted to talk
Izzy,
about
yeah.
Izzy. And he didn't want anybody to hear. I didn't think they were in the woods, but they were definitely in like a garden.
Far away from the
Oh.
house.
At some point in the conversation, they hear something. And he turns to her and he says, turn on your camera and record this, which I also find very strange.
They thought they heard Kitty. And then they were
I
like,
heard Kitty.
who's she talking to? And then they get closer and closer, and turns out she's getting banged over like a balcony railing by the hockey team that Pierre plays for's owner.
Yeah. Who's old, apparently.
Yeah.
He's
He's
probably
like in his 60s, right?
Yeah.
He was in his
60s.
and she was in her 20s. So
And he's
that's quite an
married
age gap.
with children.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he's a billionaire.
Sure. And then they start
Check,
putting
check.
things together. And Harper again jumps into PR mode,
Save the day.
saves the day, ushers everybody back to the house, which they find out later Kitty's been cheating in for months with this old guy.
It's the owner's villa.
Villa.
Yeah.
And they have an SOS for all of Felix's family to get together. And they make a plan.
Mom, 2 sisters, the brother she's dating.
Yep, everybody's there.
None of them liked Kitty, so this happened real
Right.
nice and easy.
Mhm.
2 of them stay, the mother and the sisters.
Yeah, because she's like, we can leave right now. And so he's like, I want to leave. Like, I don't want to be married. And the
Yeah.
mom and sisters are like, we can't wait to tell Kitty we're staying.
We're staying, and then we're just going to tour Italy.
I gotta see the look on her face.
We're going to go on your honeymoon for you. Totally.
Harper goes back with Pierre and Felix. They fly back to New York. Harper drops him off at Izzy's apartment and says, Izzy,
Mhm.
deal with this because he's hiding out
Take him.
and no one will expect him to be here. So here you go. Also, you're going to have to go get his dog.
Sounded like a cute dog.
Yeah, Golden.
She was not happy with this.
No.
I'm not sure why he didn't just end up at Harper's place, but I guess because the brother was living there.
He was already there. This seat's taken.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot happening in a little time. Harper gets that same PI, the good guy, starts digging, finding out everything he can about Kitty and the owner, and finds a way to get good old Pierre out of his contract, makes him a free agent, gets him signed on to the Maverick. Of course she does. Also, his sister left that team as well,
Yeah.
moved over and
Yep.
helped out the Maverick.
So the St. Pierre brothers are going to be on the same team, and the world is ecstatic.
Woo, yeah,
Excited.
Big
Wait.
Brothers.
Mhm. Well, Felix was like, you're not going to be a dick, right? Like, like I think Felix had some
I
anxiety.
might be a dick because I'm
Yeah.
your older brother and I'm
Can't help
helping you.
myself. Yeah.
So we get to the hockey game. Season's about to start. They've got training coming up. It's time to put a close to everything.
Summer's over. They had an end
They
date.
had a deal.
And
Yeah.
he
Mhm.
doesn't want it to end. He's so upset and he's
Mhm.
like, I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't leave. Let's keep this going. And she's like, we had a deal. We're done.
Summer's over.
It's over.
And she really likes him too, but again, it's with this like resistance.
She's stuck on the age.
She is really
Yeah.
stuck on the edge.
And she has trust issues big time.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
And especially because he's so young, she feels like he's just going to go to a younger woman because that's what
Mhm.
keeps happening.
And he was fresh off a scandal of like Puck Bunny crazy
Yeah.
sex
Mhm.
capades. Yeah.
I mean, his heart was broken, Jen.
I wasn't judging. I said let the boy have some fun.
He was
It's
sad.
totally understandable.
They do say throughout the whole summer, I'm not going to share you. It's just you and me. It's just you and
Oh
me.
yeah.
So they were big on that.
exclusively.
No, even sex clubs. Like
Nothing.
they visited a sex club and it was like, nope, just you
Just
and
you
me.
You
two
and
of
me.
us.
And nobody
I
watches.
like that.
Yeah, I thought that was very nice.
Mhm.
But why go to a sex club if you're not gonna
Because they have all the toys that are
take or let?
You have the room and the toys and
Oh.
all this stuff.
and like when you go in, you get like all hot and bothered, and then you don't have far to go.
Or
So-
you get grossed out.
Okay.
It just depends on which room you walk through. There's some weird shit that goes on there.
I mean, I think the idea is that you.
I would have a hard time using toys in a sex club.
I think it's
Like, how sanitary are they?
I think it's like hospital sanitary.
How many
I think it's supposed to be
times?
a
I'll just
huge
get
thing.
my own.
In some of the books that I've read, they open new ones.
No, I'm just saying I'll do it. I'll do it at home. I don't think I could go to like a sex club and use someone else's sex toys. That is just too personal. And
That's-
then leave
okay.
them there with your goop all
I
over
think
it.
they clean them for you, much like Paradise Island, to a hygienic
Yeah.
level.
All inclusive.
And they do exist. I know they exist. I have not been to one. Jen, I see your eyebrows going up.
I
Jen-
didn't ask. I was-
Jen has a high ick factor.
They do exist.
Do you know they exist, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Oh, I know they exist. I have not been to one.
Do you know for sure the island exists, Kim?
I don't know about the
don't know that
islands,
the
but I
island
know
exists.
the places like that do exist.
Mind blown. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
Most of this will get cut anyway.
Not that part.
So summer's about to end. Training started. Felix moves out of Harper's and in with his brother. He leaves Harper alone. He is going to give her the space that she needs to basically come back to him.
This is a gap for me, though, because the ex who's been threatening her, he moves out without any clear resolution that situation is over.
I think it's because he basically vanished. Like, he wasn't around. She
Kind of
was so
disappeared.
comfortable. I mean, at one
He wasn't
point,
bothering her.
like, she felt like he was following her all the time. And then she got in such a routine with Felix. I mean, he would walk her to work. He would pick her up. He would take her to dinner. They would take walks in the park. So at some point, her guard goes back down and she feels relaxed and like, okay, Josh went
she's
away,
safe again.
got a life. He's a scumbag, crawled back under his rock. We're good to go. But at some point, she drinks a little bit and he drinks a little bit. And Felix tells her, I love you. I want to be with you. The age doesn't bother me. Let's be together. And she says no. He leaves and goes back to bed. And she comes in and he's asleep. That's in air quotes because he's not really asleep. He's faking it. And she says, I love you too. Just be patient. So he decides when training starts, he's going to move out and he's going to be patient. He's going to give her that space. So he's got weeks of training and then it's the first hockey game. It's a very exciting game. He sends her tickets for anybody that she wants to bring and a jersey with his name on it. Also with an F in front of Pierre, St. Pierre.
First name.
So everybody knew it was him and not his brother. Yeah, which is super vital to him. So he says to her in this beautiful letter, if you come wearing the jersey, I'll know that you love me too and you want to be together. If you come wearing regular clothes, I'll know that we're just going to be friends and that's okay too. She's excited. Game day comes. She is getting ready to walk out and her Google alert goes off.
Ding, 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 ding,
She
ding.
pulls it up and there are
So
nudes
close.
of her posted all over social media. However, they are not nudes of her. They are AI created nudes.
Deep fake.
That son of a bitch.
Well, because he threatened to release these nudes as part of his campaign to get her
Right.
back. And she hired
Same guy.
the PI guy and the security company to basically hack the ex-boyfriend and clear all of the nudes off of his phone, his computer.
She knew he didn't have any.
And so he didn't have it, but he
To
faked them
clear
then.
like literally the entire internet across the world. Big story gap here because you can't do it. Once it's out there, it's out there. Somebody's got it. It's in a file somewhere. And so she's panicking. And then she realizes when she's looking at it closer, this isn't me. This is fake. It's not real. What are we going to do? So they start their PR campaign. All of her friends are sitting there. They're all working it out.
But she doesn't want to go.
Well, she can't. She
Yeah.
can't go. She's in the middle of crisis mode trying to fix this.
Well, and she doesn't want to be photographed and she doesn't want to take
Right.
the attention away from Felix. She kind of makes the decision, I feel like, for him a little bit too.
So meanwhile, here's Felix playing in his first game. He's doing great, but not really.
Against
The LA team.
the team that he just left with the guy that's dating his ex-girlfriend.
He and his brother are playing side by side, and his brother keeps yelling at him, get your head in the game. And the team is giving him shit. They're talking about, oh, your girlfriend's a whore. She's got her nudes on. He's like, what are you talking about? He doesn't know anything about what's going on. They keep smack talking her. And at one point, Steven gates up to him on the ice and starts smack talking him. And he lets go and starts talking
Loses his
about how she's been cheating on him too with everybody. At some point, he gets clocked. Somebody hits him. I think it was Steven who hit him, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Almost like a puck shot, like just he passes out.
Hardcore drops to the ice. He's out, completely blacked out. At that point, Harper, because she's watching the game while she's fixing the PR stuff, gets rushed to the
It
hospital.
was right as she turned on the TV, he goes down and hits his head on the ice. And then he doesn't move. It was really scary.
Medics are coming in. He gets pulled out on a stretcher. Scary, scary. She goes to the hospital. Eventually, he wakes up. She tells him, I love you too. And he notices, oh, she's actually got his jersey on. So she was on the way out the door.
Aw.
I know, all the feels. She was on her way to the game when all this crisis hit. She tells him what happens. And somehow they basically get rid of Josh out of the entire country. They blacklist him from everything and he has to go with his whole family.
They basically tattle on him to this socialite society and his parents who are trying to be socialites. And so they basically run away, and not because they could prove that it was illegal, but because they got ostracized from New York
Yeah.
society. So the family takes him and just like they get out of town.
Disappears. Yeah.
So they couldn't send him to jail, but they could certainly get him out of New York.
Fast forward. She's a huge hockey fan. Also loves his big cock. It says in the last. of the book, which I thought was hilarious. Verbatim. Did you need me to read it verbatim? I can read.
No,
I can
it
read
just took you a minute to
It
spit
did
it
because
out.
I
That's
was
why
like,
I was laughing.
yes, it
It was
says,
big cock.
and I'm deliriously happy because of Felix's big dick. That's what it says.
Good for
Yeah, I know.
her.
Yeah,
Those
so
things are said a lot in our
it
books.
is. It is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So we talked about a lot of gaps in this book. We talked about there were an abundance of side plot characters that we didn't need.
Side characters with, I would say, many subplots where it's like, these are my two friends and here's their backstory. And
Yeah.
there's like 2 pages of drama about people we don't see for another 200 pages.
Or the next book.
And then they popped up at the end and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
who's Cameron again?
Wait, who's Kimmy?
Who is this person?
Who's the organizer? Yeah.
Wait, why do they? Wait, she has PTSD. What? Why?
Yeah.
And I will say too, there was a lot of inner dialogue where they talked to themselves, and it was like they were talking to someone else, and it was a little.
It was a little iffy. And now, did you listen?
No,
Okay,
I read it, and it was like they were arguing with themselves on the page, and I was like, okay, come on. It just got a little hokey for me.
Yeah.
You too, Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
Definitely.
you're more tolerant of those things, and I got a little annoyed.
Yeah, there was a lot of it, right? Like if if it was a cute little quirk
Lot.
every now and then, but it was a lot. Like every chapter they had to convince, her convincing herself
Paragraphs of them talking to
Pages.
themselves and their own brains.
And I mean, granted, we probably think a lot more than the guys do, and we probably have that inner dialogue to ourselves quite a bit, but I felt like it was overdone with her.
It was like over the top.
Hers was
It was
annoying.
so much. It was a little too much. It made me like the book a little less.
Yeah.
In the book, I felt like was maybe 50 pages too long or 70, so like that
So
didn't
you said
help.
the angsty part for her to actually just accept the fake boyfriend, like was annoying.
From a hot guy you already know you like.
And have slept with multiple times.
All the friend characters, you pointed it out earlier, Kim, but like the whole dialogue about, is she going to freeze her eggs? Is she going to have a baby on her own? And then that just drops away.
Yeah, it just goes away.
Why would she need to freeze her eggs? She can just get them fertilized right from the source.
So overall rating, Jen.
I'm going to give this a 3.5. I thought it was really good. I actually loved the characters. I just felt like the dialogue got a little exhausting, and I felt like there were too many side characters and mini plots. But overall, really fun read, easy read. I read it in like 3 days, and it was a good time. And I like sports dramas too. Like, I think it's kind of fun. As far as spice, I'm gonna go 4.5 because Love Island.
Yeah, bracelet, baby.
Island, period. But I will say, after Love Island, it got a little chintzy on the spice. I was expecting it to be that much spice all the way through, which it might have been too much, but like they got a little bit chintzy after that.
But yeah, they weren't on vacation anymore.
Like a normal
It was more
couple.
story, and you started with spice and ended with story. But overall, I think it was really cute.
I'm very, very similar. I did 3.5 on the book itself for all of the reasons we've talked about. Cute, fast, solid read. Some plot holes, a little annoyingness sometimes, like how the brothers' wedding ended so perfectly, quickly, how they find the girl banging the owner and then
wrapped it
they
right
leave
up.
and then it's over, like, done and done. So they moved fast through certain parts and drug out other parts. But overall, I liked it. I didn't ever want to put it down. I wanted to see like where it went. And then sex, 4.5 all the way. It was really good. The Love Island just set the scene for the whole book. So the fact that it kind of evened out on sex later didn't maybe bother me so much because we got so much of it and you figured out who they were and that how much chemistry they had already. Their romance as the book went on felt very natural.
And the landscape was written really beautifully.
Agree.
I mean, the island
Central
landscape
Park,
in New York, you saw the Sex and the City girls, and I'm a sucker for a good landscape, so that really notched it up a little too.
Rating it, I would give it a 3 based on the first half of the book. After they left the island, I was kind of like,
Schmedium.
It was schmedium. The rest of it was kind of like up and down. Some parts made me laugh out loud. He was quite humorous to me. I loved his character the most. Spice-wise, again, I'm with you guys. Paradise Island was the spice. The bed with the moving notches and the flexibility to become like
crazy.
St. Andrew's Cross.
St. Andrew's Cross. And I was like, wait,
the spreader
what?
bar and all the things.
It's a modular bed. What is
Mhm.
happening? The spice was there. I would give the spice a 4, but the book a
Mhm.
3.
Okay.
So, and
Yeah.
this was my first
Mhm.
sports one. I've never read a sports romance before.
Themed
So,
book.
yeah. So, I mean, wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I
You
enjoyed
got it. You got it just enough of the sports stuff to make it a sports book without having to spend too much time in the
It was
sports
in the
landscape.
peripheral. Like
Yeah.
the entire time.
Which
There
was
was
fine
a
for
hockey
me.
rink somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah. I didn't want the whole.
I love that she made her own.
Mhm.
She made her own money and he made his own money.
Mhm.
Because often the girl has no money
Right,
and
it's a
the guy is
billionaire
loaded and he saves her. I love the characters because it was great to see a strong female main
Yeah.
character that made her own money.
Mhm. And
And she wasn't saving him either. He had his shit together too. So
She saved him a couple times. PR
they
wise.
protected each other, right? Like there was some possessiveness there, but it was very equally matched. Good partnership.
Yeah.
mhm.
It was a good matchup for the
Yeah.
Puma. Oh, why can't I say
Puma.
that? Puma.
Puma.
Because I'm pucked up.
that red
Too many
sugar.
metrics over there. Well, thank you, Kim. This was really fun to recap with everyone. This was our last book of season 3. Wah. But we will be back next week to do a boozy rewind. We'll talk through all of our favorite books and tropes and FMCs and MMCs and have some fun with that. Be sure to find us on TikTok, Insta, Facebook, and now YouTube. Check out boozybookgasms.com for reading lists, cocktail recipes, and episodes of the show. And until next time,
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
bye.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope today's episode was the climax of your day, leaving you breathless and wanting more. Until next time, remember to indulge in the pleasures of life and to keep the passion alive. You can find more tantalizing episodes at boozybookgasms.com. Enjoy the ride, and we'll see you soon.